Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Playdate, and this is a new action buddy comedy coming from director Luke Greenfield and Amazon Prime Studios. And Greenfield had previously directed The Animal, The Girl Next Door, Let's Be Cops, and many comedies of the aughts and the teens like that. And here we have the story of Brian, played by Kevin James, has just been fired from his job. He becomes a stay-at-home stepdad, and he accepts a Playdate invitation from another stay-at-home dad who turns out to be a loose cannon, and played by Alan Ritchson of Jack Reacher fame. And this film is not that funny, and the action is not that interesting. From like a filmmaking standpoint, this looks like streaming movie 101, and the action has nothing that's particularly dynamic or interesting about it. And honestly, most of the characters in this movie are completely insufferable. Alan Ritchson, I can tell, is really committing to this bit as this wild, over-the-top character, but the material he's given is so bad and so unfunny. He's really trying hard. And, like, Kevin James is saddled with so much cliched BS of, like, I'm trying to be a tough dad, but honestly, I'm kind of trying to be a tough dad for my son who's being bullied, but then also I'm a victim of being bullied by other adults. And they have these horrible running gags of, like, there's a horrible running gag about looking like a pedophile and a kidnapper, about windbreakers, and it's just like, this is not funny. And they keep going back to the well so many times, and this film really can't be salvaged by what James and Richton are saddled with in terms of material. You have the likes of Alan Tudyk and Stephen Root, Sarah Chalke, Isla Fisher, who are all thrown in here. Isla Fisher's character is also incredibly insufferable and a horrible gag of what she's representing, and it just isn't funny. And even like the likes of Stephen Root and Alan Tudyk can't make much of what they're given. Sarah Chalke's like the straight person in the equation. She's charming and I like her, but like she really isn't given much. And you have Benjamin Pajak, who plays Kevin James' son, who just this great performance in Life of Chuck. Here is just saddled with a running gag is like, he's the weird kid. He likes to dance, and he's probably gay. And it's just like, that's the gag. And this humor feels so outdated, antiquated, and just ridiculous. And at the end of the day, not much about this really works. There's a charismatic cast here who's just saddled with the most ridiculous stuff. There's twists and turns, what's really going on, who Alan Ritchson really is, and it just keeps getting more and more ridiculous, and they never really get that story to be that interesting enough to make much of anything about this, and even the action's not particularly interesting. This is just one of those kinds of films that it's just like you throw it on for 90 minutes on Amazon Prime and you watch it. You're not really left with much, but a lot of things that just don't really click, to be honest. But those are my thoughts on Playdate. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.